everyone, and welcome to the last installment of my YouTube series in the race for Florence County GOP State Executive Committeeman. We're finally into the last few days before Monday's election. While it has been a bit stressful at times, it's been a lot of fun as well. I've gotten to learn a lot more about many of you, and I look forward to learning more as your Executive Committeeman. I hope that these clips have helped answer any questions you may have had during this election process. I promised you that we would have inventive new ways to increase communication between the party officials and other members of the Florence County GOP. We fully intend to utilize this to give you an inside peek at what goes on in Columbia with the State Executive Committee. It's an excellent example of just how much harder I've worked to show you what kind of committeeman I will be. It's no accident. When you think and work more than the others, better things happen. While some candidates do the same tired routine, and others are still making up their minds if they want to run, we have been the most proactive at every step. Most importantly, all of it has been to reward you for your selflessness in serving the party. I've heard some feedback from some people involved in the process. One thought that having state connections wasn't important for being executive committeeman. That is flat out ridiculous. Let me explain briefly. Picture being in your first day of school and not knowing anyone, but the second day of school isn't for another 3 months. Serving 8 months without knowing anyone there is an impossible job. Florence County needs an executive committeeman who will hit the ground running and build a bridge between the other members with lightning speed. I've had those relationships built for years, from running for Congress, county council, serving in various party positions at multiple levels, and from a steady fan base with the SC6 blog. Another important aspect of the executive committeeman's job is to chair the bylaws committee. I've taken a look at some of the rules made in recent years, and I see a few examples of just why many dedicated Republicans aren't coming to the meetings anymore. I want the bylaws to reflect a sense of inclusiveness, not as a method of threatening members into falling into line by force. We can do better, and together, we'll give those disenchanted friends that used to be involved the sign that it's okay to come back. Lastly, the executive committeeman is there to advise the leadership. Those of you who know me know that I'm not a big talker. Usually the ones who do all the talking lose. Giving good advice is done by listening, taking everything in, and steering the party in the right direction when it goes astray. Being someone's yes man is not what an executive committee person does. It takes independence and no fear of doing what's right, even if it isn't popular. I don't live for conflict, but when I know I'm right, I stick up for it. That's pretty much it. I think I've made the best case possible why I deserve your vote. I appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos, and I hope they've helped you convince you to vote for me on Monday the 13th. But we're not done yet. Expect a phone call from me over the weekend to once again ask for your vote and thank you for taking part in the process. We need every member of the executive committee to be there so we can make Monday the day we turn the corner and get Florence back on track to being a power in the SCGOP. Please invite your friends you might have on executive committee to attend. Like I said, I can't do it without you. At this point, I've done all I can. It's all in your hands. Monday the 13th, 7 p.m. at the Floyd Conference Center at Carolinas Hospital is where and when you will decide to make a statement. Will that statement be that the FCGOP is going to stay on the same downward slide that it's been on for the past 2 years, where the same 4 or 5 people control everything? Or do we take that first step towards regaining all that we have lost when we had hundreds of attendees to the county conventions and 100 people at every monthly meeting? I'm not saying I'll be the one to do all of it. Electing me is just the first step, but it has to start somewhere, and that somewhere is now. Thanks again for all you do for the GOP. I once again ask you for your vote on Monday, and have a nice weekend.